Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and in this video, we are talking about interior design that I don't like, you don't like, most people don't like, or maybe you do like, and I love that for you, and what we can do to fix it, elevate it, and make it more luxurious and beautiful for everyone in every home. Now, the first thing I don't like that nobody likes, that we all have to discuss and talk about because some people need to hear this and they may not be prepared for it, is we don't like themed rooms. My fantasy is not to live in like a fake version of something, or I don't need a theme to kind of give me a feeling or a vibe. I don't need it to be like, oh, you know, this is like Hawaiian themed. Like, okay, I get it, but like, is Hawaii not Hawaiian themed? Like, well, no, it's not, because it's just Hawaii. Like, so I don't, you know what I mean? It just immediately doesn't make sense to me to have a themed room, because why would I want to have a fake version of a real thing when you could easily look for pieces or interesting furniture, decor, accessories that give me that reference without screaming that into my face? Fall in love with things that you think are beautiful, or set out to have a goal in mind. I want the feeling of this. And you go about achieving that in an authentic way by breaking down its core elements. Notice a texture, a material, a style of seating, or a headboard that you really like, and then say, okay, we take that and now we can build and layer that. What are the color schemes in this inspiration, or that are inspired by this thing I really like? What type of materials and textures are we using? What type of furniture? Are there chairs? Are there sofas? Look for all of those things to develop what the space needs to look like, because otherwise you end up with something that looks like this and nobody likes it. I don't like it, you don't like it, we don't like it. It just doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good. I don't theme a space in my home. I say, okay, you know, this is what the use of that space is gonna be, and this is what I already have that I wanna incorporate into there. So what else can we layer and build around this to make it look elevated, luxurious, and chic, and LeChic approved? Because obviously it has to be. And that develops a beautiful space. That's interior design, not like some little themed room. Okay, like, we got it, girl. This is not giving you that fantasy. Like, if I wanted to go to Hawaii, I would go to Hawaii. I don't need to go to your house in Florida to have a Hawaiian themed room. Doesn't make any sense. So don't be that person that has it, because I'm gonna walk in and just go yuck and walk out. Now, I know that maybe that was a little harsh, but some people needed to hear it, okay? And you may need to send this video to your sister-in-law, to your, you know, your daughter-in-law, whatever, because they might need a little bit of help, and that's okay. But also, if you are stuck in a space, you're looking around, you're like, I don't know, it's not themed, but something here is just not sitting right with me, I need a little help, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me using the link in the description box down below, or going to intro.co/GarrettLeChic. The next thing that we see in a house that makes us go yuck is a harsh contrast that doesn't make sense. I love contrast, okay? You can even see it behind me. I have really colorful artwork and a very neutral wall tone. I'm like wearing a dark brown sweater and I'm like ultra pale right now. So I love contrast, but there is a time and a place for it, and a rhyme and a reason for the way you go about doing this. So I want you to look at this space here. You know, we have this purple wall, it's kind of like a lilac color, very pretty. This gray bed, it's very harsh, the contrast between these two. And I personally wouldn't go for this bed because it looks like you bought it out of some like tech catalog, and it's just not giving me the fantasy I need. But I'm not mad at the gray tone, I'm not mad at the wall color. Now, the space doesn't look good, but I'm not mad at the individual things we have happening here. Here's the second space that I really like and I want you to look at. You can see we've got the same lilac color in this sofa in the back, but we have so much warmth in the tones chosen for the rest of this apartment that it makes sense and it feels natural. You still get that contrast and that accent color you probably like. If you're that committed to lilac, you want to buy a sofa in that color. But, you know, it layers beautifully and it feels natural, it feels inviting. So back to this bedroom we don't like. If instead of gray, we went with a warmer, softer, tan-like color, this space would feel so much more inviting and welcoming and warm. That harsh contrast between the lilac and the gray doesn't feel good, and it doesn't look good. So you can have a strong and a bold contrast, but you want to make sure the base tones are overall the same and make a lot of sense. You can mix cool and warm tone neutrals together that form a space that feels really good and feels like it wants to be that way. It makes sense. But to mix an accent color with a base tone or a neutral that is just contrasting, it just feels crazy. Those harsh contrasts, they don't feel good. They don't look good. I just don't feel natural, and they don't feel exciting or inviting. They feel a little bit like am I trying to say putrid, or what is the word? I don't know what's going on with that, but I just don't like it. It just doesn't feel comfortable and good, and you want your home to feel that way because it's your house. You have to like it, right? So just be mindful of the colors you're choosing and layering together. Also, you might want to make sure you have some accents to reference back to that. Back to the living room I actually liked with its lilac sofa. You can see the artwork above it has that same tone in it. So by using that in repetition throughout the space, you instantly create a connection between that and what else is happening. So layering those tones together, using multiple of those tones together, will make a space look and feel very welcoming, warm, and inviting, as opposed to feeling kind of just like icky and weird. Now listen, I'm gonna keep it 100% honest with you and tell you the truth. And the truth is, if you've made it this far in this video, you like what you're hearing. I know you like what you're seeing. So be sure you take a moment and join us, become a part of the LeChic family. Give this video a like because it really helps content creators like me out a lot. And we would love to have you as a part of the LeChic family. Something else that makes us go yuck when we walk into somebody's home, or maybe you're touring houses that are for sale or something and you see it, is just weird architectural features. And I know everybody has got one of them in their home, or you've seen one, maybe your friend has one in their home, and I want you to share that with me in the comment section because I'm just looking for a good laugh right now. But I don't like a weird or nonsensical architectural feature that's there for no reason. It just doesn't make sense. If you have valances over your windows in a dark room, why? Why? They're blocking out the light. It makes no sense. And then look at this picture where there's a valance over the window, but then it continues around the room. For what reason? Why is it there like that? I don't understand. And actually, I think this could look better. I don't personally like it in a traditional space. I think it looks a little funny, but if you had like an LED light on the top of it, like strip lighting to get some really interesting, layered, vibey, moody lighting, would be stunning. But that's not what you have going on here, is it? Something else is, we see a lot here in Las Vegas are these kind of weird, half walls that aren't really real and they're kind of fake, and you have drop downs, you have these like bulkheads that are there for no reason. And like, it's there for a reason to create division between spaces, but it doesn't really make sense. Like, it's not real, so why is it there? Like, give me all of it or give me nothing. In this space you're looking at here, I would either just completely remove this entire like fake wall structure. It's not supporting anything. There's nothing above it. So what's it even doing there? It's just creating division, but then it's not because it's open. There's a window opening and there's a door opening. So I would either close in the window and take the wall all the way up and do a massive, big, tall opening for the door, or maybe I would do two smaller wall segments to divide the living room area from the dining area. Also, the wall is not even deep enough. You see the sofa sticking out from it. Makes no sense, and it does not feel natural. It feels out of place. I don't know what's going on here. I can barely even describe it. Architectural features like this just always feel really weird. So for me, before I'd spend a ton of money having the house repainted and redoing floors and all of this, I'd have that thing removed because I think that would enhance the space more and it would just give you an even grander scale and feel in that home. But it's a weird architectural feature that people just don't like. The bottom line, the moral of the story is try not to add unnecessary architectural features. And if you absolutely hate them, have a contractor out to discuss what can be done to either eliminate them, correct them, change them into something you would like that will actually benefit your space. And hey, like removing that or enhancing it, doing something different with it could make the home look 10 times more luxurious and expensive than, replacing all of the furniture, doing new light fixtures, or even repainting. Something that I don't like, it doesn't make me feel good, and I can't imagine it makes you feel good. And if it doesn't, I'm glad that you are here because we may need to do a little bit more work. But I don't like a messy bed. I don't like a bed that doesn't look good. It doesn't look inviting. It doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look like, I want to snuggle up in it. It looks like, should we check it for bed bugs? Like, that's what it's giving, and I don't like that. So, here's an example of a bed. There's nothing wrong with this. It doesn't look bad. As a matter of fact, I'm not unhappy or offended by any of the choices made in this room. Overall, though, the bed not being made in a beautiful way does not do this room any favors. I'd start with the foundation or the box spring of this bed. It needs to have a cover on it, or even just like another fitted sheet. You can buy single sheets, add that on there, cover it up, do the same color as the sheets on the bed to make it kind of blend in and disappear. And then we need to talk about the actual comforter. it has to be oversized. I don't care what size your bed is. If you have a twin size bed, get a full size comforter. If you have a full or a double size bed, get a queen size comforter and, you know, up there. If you have a king size bed, I actually have some great palatial king size duvet covers linked in my Amazon storefront. They're oversized and it'll get you that really luxurious layered look. It looks like it came out of a catalog and that looks really good. It always looks beautiful. I'm also going to link a recent video I did on bedrooms in the description box down below for you to check out. I personally also like to layer duvets. I'll have 2 of them with different covers on to just kind of bring another layer, to bring some fullness to the bed, to make it look really good. Something else you don't want to do is overcompensate with pillows. I don't like a bunch of throw pillows. Like, it's kind of a waste to me. Like, why are there 8 throw pillows on the bed? Okay, does it need it? No, it probably just needs to be made well, and that's fine. Give me the pillows you sleep with and give me like a lumbar pillow. I don't think that's much. I don't think that's too over the top. And, you know, we recently had a discussion about if you are the type of person who's just throwing the pillow on the floor or if you have somewhere to put it. Like, but if you have 20 pillows on the bed, where are you putting them? All over the floor? You're gonna be tripping over them in the middle of the night. I don't like that. You know, the entire point is, do not put a ton of effort and money into designing your bedroom if your bed is just gonna sit there and be disheveled all of the time, okay? It's not layering, it's not adding to the space, and nothing makes me feel more relaxed than when, after a long day, I get into bed and it's beautifully made and I get to pull the covers back on me and I get to relax. It's stress relieving, it feels good, and having a beautiful bed immediately makes you want to be in it and will more likely than not get you a better night's sleep, and I love that for you. Something else that immediately garners a yuck from me, and I think you will agree, are fake drapes. Ugh. No, I don't like that. I don't like fake drapes because it doesn't make any sense as to why it's fake and why it's there if it is fake. Like, okay, so you're probably like, what does that even mean, fake drapes? There was a big trend, or I guess it is, some people still do it, I don't know why, but they do, of having drapes that are just not functional. And the reality is drapes are a wall treatment. They're not specifically a window treatment. So they're meant to be there and look good. They're meant to enhance the window and the wall and, you know, kind of increase the scale of it. And I think that's fantastic. But why would you have fake drapes? The fake drapes have a curtain rod that doesn't extend all the way across the window, so they can't be used. But the drapes themselves, the actual fabric it's fabric, it's there, it's real, it could be used, but the drapery rod is not long enough for it to be used. So it is fake. And I just don't get it. And the craziest part about the fake drapes to me is that, one, they don't look good. Okay, they just don't. Like, there's no argument about that. Everyone agrees. And 2 is that they literally are more expensive for the fake drapes. What? Like, I don't get it. If it's gonna be fake, then why would you put more money into it than the real thing? That just is like, doesn't make any sense to me. So don't get fake drapes. Just get the one curtain rod that goes all the way across and then have real drapes and just don't use them. Like, I don't know how to explain that better. Like, why are there fake drapes there? And I honestly feel that the person who designed this or came up with this, discovered this or does this, has a personal vendetta against me. And I don't know why you're trying to gaslight me right now, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me or anybody else that's looking at it. So like the fake drapes, what is the reason? What is the point? It instantly is like, I'm questioning myself here, like, why am I here in this space? What is going on here? Why did I show up today for me to be insulted by these fake drapes? I don't know, I digress, but we're gonna talk about what to actually do, which is to get a full-fledged curtain rod that goes all the way across. Even if you're not going to use it, it eliminates the fact that people are like, wait a second, but is that not real? Is that fake? Like, does it work or doesn't it work? Just get a drapery rod that goes all the way across. Be consistent with the metals you use in your space. If you have all gold, get gold. If you have all black, get black. Or if you're mixing metals, choose something that makes sense with being at the ceiling height, with the light fixture in the space. Like, you know, if you want some more contrast there, if you want to draw the eye up there, do that. But I don't think, you know, you have to go over the top being like every other thing is this metal or that. And then for the drapes themselves, the standard measurement for the width of drapes is to go 3 times the width of your window. But if you're doing fake drapes, you don't actually have to do that, and you can save a little bit of money by them not extending all the way across. And the reality does exist that you don't have to have drapes at all. You could just have blinds. You could just have some other form of window treatment, and that would be good enough. If you don't want to have real drapes there, don't have drapes at all. And if you want fake drapes that look like this, don't invite me over. No. But, you know, the fake drapes, I get why it's there, but you're spending more money on 2 curtain rods, extra hardware, extra finials for it. I just don't think it's necessary, and it doesn't make a ton of sense. So you want your interior design to always be logical as well as beautiful. And that, wait a second, what is that? Well, no, you at home watching this video right now, what is that behind you? Move your head over a little. I think you would definitely benefit from checking out this video right over here, all about things in your home that are making it look cheap and how to fix them. So if you want a little bit more, I will see you over there.